Hello, everyone, and welcome back to United We Analyze. Today, we are here for the watch along of Manchester United and Manchester City. Now, this is quite an important match because, as you can see in the title race, this is a pivotal moment for Manchester United. We are on a winning streak, and this will bruise Manchester City's ego. And now, the team is about to start. We look at the lineups of Manchester United. Manchester United have started with a 4-2-3-1 formation, with the back four as expected with Tyron Malacia, Lissandro Martinez, Varane and Delo, obviously as keeper De Gea. The two midfielders are Christian Eriksen, Scott McTominay, and for the wingers we have Jadon Sancho Anthony as expected, Fernandes at the number 10 position, and surprisingly Rashford. Now this is a controversial decision to put Rashford in the number 9 position when we already have the likes of Ronaldo. Now, this just indicates a power switch because last season we were depending on Ronaldo all the time, but this time we are depending on Rashford in such pivotal moments because, as you can see, Marshall is injured. The only options that we have are Anthony Langa and Cristiano Ronaldo. And Eric Ten Hag, a man of change, has surprisingly chosen to choose Anthony Martial in the bench and Marcus Rashford playing up front instead of Ronaldo. The match is about to start, and three, two, one. The kickoff is underway. The first few minutes of the Manchester Derby. Who will win? Manchester City have won the last two consecutive Premier League, and now they're looking to win the third one. And they haven't won a run of four since April 2013 and November 2014. Manchester City today, this time, are choosing a very different formation than the usual formation. They're using a 4-3-3. Edison at the back is always Kyle Walker, Akanji, Ake, and Joao Cancelo, which Ake is a bit of a controversial decision. Then we have Kevin De Bruyne, Gundogan, and Bernardo Silva, Manchester City's finest midfield. We have Foden, Phil Foden, Eric Erling Haaland, the unstoppable man, and Jack Grealish. Now, considering Eric Haaland's form, Eric Ten Hag will be looking to enclose him, not give him any room to run, because as we know, his shooting, his running, these are his main abilities. The way that he can run with the ball, the way that he can shoot from long distances, and the way that Kevin De Bruyne and Gundogan always manage to assist him. It's a very heavy job for Varane and Martinez this today to block every run Erling Haaland will make. Rashford with the ball. Rashford dribbling past the right wing. Diego Dallo. Diego Dallo is an inspiring form. It's kind of surprising. Last season he wasn't that good. Like there's a lot of criticism for Diego Dallo, but this season under Eric Ten Hag, oh my God, Gundogan, and the Manchester United D crosses. Haaland, saved by McTominay. Kevin De Bruyne, Gundogan again. Oh my God. This is utter nonsense. How did they not score? Manchester City in the Manchester United wing, three shots, and somehow McTominay, Diego Dallo, David De Gea, what unstoppable saves. But it just shows 3 minutes into the match, and we're already suffering. This could have been an easy goal, just 1 centimeter left to the right, left or right. It would have gone in. 1-0, could have been 1-0. The counter-attack, they are utterly dominating. Phil Foden towards the edge of the box. Phil Foden, Darren Malacia, beaten. Kevin De Bruyne gives it in. Again, Erling Haaland, our defense hasn't been able to cope up to him 5 minutes into the game. He's somehow managed to position himself in such a way that he cannot be stopped by our defense, but he's within reach for Kevin De Bruyne, Phil Foden, and Jack Grealish to swing in the crosses and the passes. The crowd know it. The crowd, they're singing along. They know a goal is coming. As a Man United fan, I can also, I feel it that Manchester United are putting up a dam and Man City are the water pressing against it. And sooner or later, that dam will break. Sooner or later, Manchester City will score. And that's the way it looks to me right now. They will be the first ones to score. Man City, as usual, using their own Pep Guardiola formula. They're dominating possession. They're not giving us a single moment with the ball. We just keep the ball and And the rare moments that we'll actually get the ball, we'll be surrounded by their players. According to the win probability, 68% are the chances for Manchester United to lose, and 21% chances for a draw, and 11% chances for Manchester United to win. Just 11%. Now, will we be able to beat these terrifying odds? Let's see. Bruno Fernandes. He should be making a masterclass today. Barely had a kick in the ball, 5 minutes played. What will he do now? Bernardo Silva approaching the box. He looks offside. Holland in the penalty box. McTominay defending. Gives it to De Bruyne. Grealish. Grealish dribbling. Holland. Blocked. Blocked. Diego Dallo. David De Gea has had a very busy 5 minutes so far, as we can see. I don't get it. Our team is just crumbling apart towards the slightest of attacks of theirs. The slightest of attack of theirs, and our team is crumbling apart. Our defense is crumbling apart. The dam is breaking open. It's only because of David De Gea so far that we have been able to manage and stay alive in this match. All our players are staying back. We barely have any attacking momentum. Malasia. Malasia looks nervous. First, obviously, it's the first Manchester United derby, but no, he looks very nervy on the ball. De Bruyne is in a very interesting position. Usually, you see him in a central midfielder, number 10 position sometimes. But right now, he's in the right wing for some reason. Kevin De Bruyne gives it to Foden. Foden. Foden with the ball. All our numbers are back. Seven people in defense. Seven. They're not even near our box. Seven people in defense. What is this? Gundogan. Gundogan. Foden. Foden. It's a goal. 1-0 in the Manchester Derby. Foden with an amazing goal. Phil Foden with a spectacular goal against a nervous, nervy, fearful of the ball Manchester United. They had it coming. It was so clearly 7 minutes into the game, and it's like men against boys. You could see that Manchester City clearly have more confidence with the ball. It's like men against boys. Like I said, they have this unearthly confidence because they know no matter what we do, they're gonna win. They didn't even move a muscle. He knew the goal is gonna come. We were outsmarted like hell. Foden sitting right in the middle of our defense. No one blocking him. No one blocking him. Just watching their like viewers, right? They're all viewers sitting in the stadium watching like this. Just Manchester United won. No, Man City won. Manchester United no. It was expected. It was expected. It was expected. But under Erik Ten Hag, one also expected some confidence with the ball. This looks like all Gunnar Solskjaer's team, full of shambles, shambles, full of shambles. They could barely keep the ball without being pressed and giving it away. Gundogan, Gundogan with an amazing assist. Manchester City have 75% possession. 75. Just try and get that in your match. Just try to get that in your mind. 75% possession. Manchester United have 25. They've had four shots and a goal in 7 minutes, 10 minutes. How many have we had? Zero. Absolutely zero. Sure, we have more fouls, we have more passing accuracy, but 75% possession. In Premier League, in one of the highest competitions of football in the world. Manchester United are in a desperate position now. We're going to need the best from each and every player. No one can afford to be lackluster now. It's not looking too good for Erik ten Hag. Sure, it's just 9 minutes in, but and we have 80 minutes left. But from the way that it's looking, it's not very well. So Jadon Sancho. Jadon Sancho with the ball. Martinez. Grealish got in. Bernardo Silva. Bruno Fernandes with the ball. Edge of the box. Gives it to Rashford. Rashford. It's cleared away. Cleared away by Gundogan. Phil Foden. Weaving past defenders. Kylie Walker. Walker. Foden. Foden again. Scoring for the first time against Manchester United in his eighth Manchester derby. Grealish. Grealish. Bernardo Silva gives it to Grealish. Jack Grealish with the run, but Rafael Varane has stopped it. Rafael Varane is one of the key parts of our defense as of now. He has experience. He's won 4 UCLs, and that's experience that we do need in a team which looks so nervous. Ah, come on. Grealish again diving. He's one of the worst I've ever seen. You know, like Neymar, Mbappe, they dive a lot. A free kick near the left corner spot near our box. Kevin De Bruyne and Phil Foden look ready for the free kick. Haaland being surrounded. But you gotta hand it to Pep. So far, we've always been counter-attacking, defense. Not all defensive. We've been attacking. We've been in our recent matches. We've been attacking a lot. But Pep Guardiola's used such tactics to put us at the back end that we barely have got any of the ball, and he just made a highly morale team, an attacking team, fall back and sit deep for 12 minutes, for the opening 12 minutes of such a high game, such Manchester derby. Phil Foden with the ball. Fernandes gives the running ball to Rashford. Edison gets to it first. Pulls it out. Jadon Sancho taking the throw in. Could this be the moment where we break back, where we fix the dam, and we are the ones who score? Lisandro Martinez. Rafael Varane. Varane gives it to Dallo. Yeah. Pep Guardiola, tactical genius, tactical mastermind. He's done it in such a way that their defense is unpenetrable. It's unbreakable. It's unbreakable. Yet their attack is in such a way that if they get the ball, even for a second, they can take the ball from their half into our D, and we won't be able to do anything. They will be stopped. Like they're unstoppable. Christian Nelson sitting deep. Gundogan has looked amazing so far. He's been absolutely spiffing. Like, I don't know how to say this, but he's been like a second Kevin De Bruyne. He's been so confident with the ball, putting balls in and out of the box, weaving past defenders, dribbling like this, right, left. Gundogan has been absolutely amazing. Manchester City. Our noisy neighbors have indeed grown noisy. And they've only lost one of the 35 last recent matches, so will we be able to break that streak? I mean, just look at that team. Just look at that team. We've got the likes of, in their midfield, we've got Kevin De Bruyne with amazing passes. He doesn't have to go up front. He can just do amazing pass from in his half all the way to our D. We have Gundogan and the thrust of Bernardo Silva. Then at the left and right wing, we have Grealish and Foden. And then, of course, the masterclass, Erling Haaland. So they're just about unstoppable. Just about unstoppable. Christian Eriksen. He scored five times against Manchester City in the past in his 400th Premier League appearance. Will he be able to conjure some magic out of his hat? 15 minutes in, 1 0. Man City dominating, Man City fans clapping, Man United in hell. Edison, Edison with the ball. There's a long ball all the way to Grealish, Grealish with the ball, Foden, and Martinez has got it. Cleared away. Jadon Sancho gets it. Oh, Rashford with the ball, Rashford's down. Right at the edge of the box. Edison had gone too far out. Edison, the keeper, was on the ground. He had an empty goal, and Rashford just slipped. Just slipped. Walker. Grealish. Grealish. Dallo struggling with Grealish. Haaland. Grealish again. Grealish, and that's a clear foul. That's a clear foul. That's a dangerous position, especially with the likes of Kevin De Bruyne and Jack Grealish. That's a very dangerous free kick. It's a dangerous position. I wonder who's taking it. If five people lining up ready for the free kick. De Bruyne, Gundogan, Cancelo, Foden, Silva, Grealish. I believe De Bruyne is going to be taking it. But it's a very tantalizing position for Manchester United as of now. It looks like Gundogan or Kevin De Bruyne, one of these two. They hire, trying to find a way to stop this free kick from going in. Kevin De Bruyne. Gundogan with the ball! Hits the bar and comes out. So close from hitting the goal, from going inside the goal, so close from it being 2-0, and this close from making it 2-0 and ruining and ending the match for Manchester United. It's surprising though. A pen like that almost found the net, and De Gea is just sitting there. He's not even doing anything. He's literally just standing there, not a muscle moved. Standing there in shock and awestruck. Jadon Sancho, Bernardo Silva, Foden, Gundogan, Gundogan, Haaland, De Bruyne, Foden with the ball, Foden struggling with Malacia fouling Foden, but advantage is taken. Bernardo Silva, Akanji, okay. Manchester City are playing dazzling football, as much as I hate to admit it. Foden gives it to De Bruyne in the box, and Martinez has saved us. Malacia, can we do a counter attack now? But no. What's happening? Ericsson with the ball. Fernandez, we are counter attacking. Rashford being covered. Fernandez makes the ball for Rashford, and it's blocked. Sancho gives it to Rashford again. Rashford gives it back to Sancho. It's 4 against 2. We are four there too, and still they managed to stop it. Manchester City's defense is unpenetrable. It's absolutely unstoppable. How can we manage to go past them when we outnumber them and still we're being stopped? The quality of their defense is absolutely good. Walker, Haaland dropping in deep. Ake. Gundogan finding a way. Grealish again. Grealish looks very desperate for a goal. Bernardo Silva, Foden again. Oh, so close, so close. Manchester United are getting crumbled right in front of our eyes. Crumbled, absolutely crumbled. The house of cards is coming apart. This, this, this vision, this that we had that we might actually be able to make it better. This false illusion is breaking down. Manchester United are in crumbles. They're in tatters, and we are crumbling. We are going down. 20 minutes in, it could have been 3-0. 3-0 against Manchester City in 20 minutes. It could have been that. Had it not been for luck. For luck. They're a class apart. They're a whole league apart. We could be playing in the Champions League for all I know. David De Gea, Varane, calm and composed. Ericsson, and we've given the ball away. Of course, we only get 25% of the possession, and then also we give the ball away. Typical Manchester United football. Edison, it's crystal clear. It's crystal clear, no matter how much time we've had to prepare. The feeling coming into this today is it looked like Manchester United needed a win. We needed a win. Manchester City needed a lose. They needed to lose for us. It is crystal clear. Oh my God, he's giving the ball away. Jack Grealish in the box. Jack Grealish cutting past defenders. Jack Grealish, Lisandro Martinez has saved it. Martinez, the hero. He saved us 3 times this today. McTominay giving away the ball, and he could have been the culprit for another goal, but thank God this time it didn't happen. Rashford dropping in deep. Foden again. Rashford giving the ball away. Foden down, and that's definitely a yellow card. Yep, yellow card for Thailand, Malaysia. Is it Malaysia or Malaysia? Let me know in the comments below. Malaysia, Malaysia. Doesn't look like a good game for the fullbacks. Does not look like a good name for the fullbacks. Malaysia crumbling under the nervousness. Martinez putting up a brave face. Varane cool and composed, but Dallo too. Very quiet. Hasn't put in any major differences today. Sancho, McTominay. Sancho with the ball again. Jadon Sancho leading the counter attack. Jadon Sancho looking for people to pass to. A sea of blue in front of him. The blood red behind it. What is he going to do? McTominay gives it to Fernandez. Kenji has blocked it. Edison. Manchester City's defense has not been put to any stress or any fight, any attempt by Manchester. Just one attempt by us. That too blocked easily. 25 minutes in, just 30% possession. We were planning to pull off an upset. Looks like we just going to lose. No offense, but seriously. Walker. Haaland with the ball in the box. Foden, and oh my God, Martinez again. Martinez he's been the only good part of our team so far. The only one who's actually made put in effort. We're trying so hard to go to the halfway line. We're not even able to go into the halfway line. We barely spent 5 to 6 minutes out of 24 in their half. Diego Dallo. Just pass it in our own half. put under the pressure. Martinez with the ball. Looks like Jadon Sancho and Anthony have swapped sides. Tyron Malacia fouled. Manchester United with the ball. Christian Eriksen. There's a fabulous ball that is intercepted by Aki. Grealish. Aki. Cancelo. McTominay clears it away, and it's the first corner of the match. We're our worst enemies right now. We are our own devil. We are our own enemy. We are our own weakness. Because right now, we barely get any possession. And the possession that we do get, we're so sloppy with it. We're literally just giving it away. We're giving the ball away. It's absolutely terrible. The first corner of the game, our defense still looks so nervous. Short corner taken. Kevin De Bruyne at the edge of the box, beating Jadon Sancho, beating Tyron Malacia. And it goes out and it's throw in. So, oh my God. Well, you look at that. Christian Eriksen was marking Erling Haaland. Christian Eriksen, no offense to him, he's a fabulous player, but Christian Eriksen marking Erling Haaland in a corner. This is a lot about Ten Hag's tactics, don't you think? The crowd are loving this. Of course, the Etihad empty hall. The stadium today is not that empty. Noisy neighbors have indeed been noisy for the past decade. Five Premier Leagues, while Man United, zilch. Not a Champions League, though. That's something we can still boast about. Man City still haven't gotten a Champions League, despite over £1 billion put in the process. Trust the process. We've only got four touches in the opposition box. That the stats tell a whole story. You don't even watch the match. Just look at the stats. The stats tell the whole story. Manchester City have 20 touches in our box, and we have four in theirs. 24, 20, 20, and 4. Just look at the statistics, look at that comparison. You can tell easily. Man City are running riot here. We still have two-thirds of this game to go, and Manchester City are like, it's wonderland for them. They're not even putting their full. Like, you can tell if you're watching the match right now. You can tell Manchester City are not even putting in their full effort right now. For the mediocre Manchester City side, we're already losing one, and it could have easily been 3-0 so far. Erling Haaland is Aki, De Bruyne, Jack Grealish. Jack Grealish again, desperate for a goal after his last strike against Wolves. Kevin De Bruyne again at the edge of the box, puts in a ball. It's a disappointing shot from Kevin De Bruyne. It's good for us, good for Man United fans. He put more power and less aim, less position, more power though. It was an awkward position for him as well. Didn't catch it well. Scored against Belgium, against Wales last weekend. He's hoping to get another goal in the Manchester Derby. Aki, Ericsson, Diego Dallo. Diego Dallo looking for a person to pass to. McTominay, Martinez gives it to Jadon Sancho. It's Anthony. Anthony with the ball at the far end of the pitch. McTominay gives it back to Anthony. Anthony at the edge of the Manchester City box, weaving his way past defenders, puts it under the cross, but no one's there. He put the cross towards the back post of Manchester City, but there was no one there. He looks disappointed. Cristiano Ronaldo doesn't look too happy. We can see him on the bench. Doesn't look content on being placed on the bench. Really says a lot, you know. It's not starting Cristiano Ronaldo in this. Really says a lot about his lackluster performances recently. Edison with the ball. Walker, Walker, Walker leading the attack. Haaland, Foden, Walker in a very weird attacking place. Foden shoots from out far. Jack Grealish, Varane, Jack Grealish, and another shot. Oh, it's saved. It's saved by Lissandro Martinez in front of David De Gea. Jack Grealish again in our box. A sea of blue in our box and blood red in our box as well. Gundy with another shot. What the hell is happening? Haaland! Oh, holy shit. Will you look at that? Six shots in our box in 30 seconds. Six shots in our box in 30 seconds. Just repeat that to yourself time and time again. Six shots in our box in 30 seconds. Just repeat that. Say that five times. Say that five times. Let it go into your head. Is this our defense? The only result we have, the only way we can stop them is to block them in our box. Is there no other reason? Is there no and nothing else that we can do? Sandro Martinez, the man has saved six times, six blocks directly in front of the goal. Stupendous. Six shots, 30 seconds in our box. It looks like Rafael Varane is in some sort of injury position. Yes, as we can see, the ball twisted Varane's feet by the looks of it. The medics have come in, they're taking a look at Varane. Let's see how it is. Looks like Varane's going to be out of the pitch for a while. So for now, we're going to be playing with 10 men. The second corner for Manchester City. 33 minutes in. Will they score a second goal? Is it over the line? Tara Malaysia saved it from the line. It's a goal! Oh my god. Erling Haaland with a goal. The second goal of the match. Manchester City 2, Man United nil. What the hell is going on? Erling Haaland, goal machine, taking advantage of the fact that we're losing a defender, taking the advantage of the fact that we have only 10 people playing. Erling Haaland has managed to score a goal from the corner. It's a brilliant header. As we can see again, it's Diego Dano and Scott McTominay stopping Haaland from getting the ball. Tara Malaysia stopped it from going over the line, but turns out it actually did go over the line, and now it's a goal. Manchester City 2, Man United 0. Man United in shambles. Man United crumbling. Man United terrible, because those are the words we are now synonymous with. Those are the words that are associated with Manchester United. We've bottled this match. We have absolutely bottled this match. You can see Pep Guardiola celebrating, running on the pitch. Erling Haaland, 15 goals so far. He's barely come 5 months in the Premier League. 15 goals. It's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. We have a mountain to climb up now. If we can just barely manage to draw this, a mountain to climb. Oh, this is horrible. Man City are not even putting in their full effort. You can just see it. They're not putting in the full effort. With just about 70% of their effort, they've managed to put us 2 nil. It's 2 nil. That's the sad reality, my friends. 2 nil. The distribution of our team is absolutely horrible. Like we barely have the ball. We have like 31% possession right now, and in the moments, this tiny moments where we do have the ball, distribution is so sloppy. We just literally just giving the ball away. It's like we can't handle the responsibility of having a ball. It's men versus boys. Fernandez, Anthony, Anthony. Anthony dribbling past defense, trying to find a way through this impenetrable Manchester City defense. Christian Eriksen. Christian Eriksen, can he conjure some magic? He and Fernandez look to be the only people we can rely on right now to change the game. Fernandez and Christian Eriksen, these are the people who will change the game. These are the only people we can rely on to change the game. If they don't do anything, nothing's going to happen. Ericsson. Ericsson puts an amazing ball and he's blocked by the defender. That should be a foul. He's freaking blocked by the defender. He's running and the defender just steps in front of him. Like the ref must be blind. Grealish leading the counter attack. Our defense barely in position. Grealish gives it to De Bruyne. De Bruyne, the tactical mastermind. Genius. Kevin De Bruyne is in the box. Haaland. Haaland. No! It's the third goal. Are you kidding me? 3-0. 36th minute. What is happening? What is happening? Holy shit, this is a living, waking nightmare. It's like the first time we're losing 3-0. 3-0 to Manchester, 3-0 to our noisy neighbors, 3-0 in empty heart. Empty heart. What the heck is this? This is, this is, I can't manage this. Haaland again. And just look at our defense. We're literally not even covering him. Erling Haaland, he's like one of the best players who's playing football right now. One of the best players as of now, like in the current few weeks. He's been the best so far. No one's blocking him. Not Varane, not Martinez. No one's blocking him. Erling Haaland, just one person in our box. Just one person in our box. We have four defenders as well in our box. Four people, one attacker, and no one's blocking him. Where the hell are you even looking? You have one attacker and four defenders, and you're not even blocking him. What are you standing there for? Is he walking a garden? Idiots. Eric Ten Hag looks to be in shock. Haaland's on a hat trick. He's probably gonna get a hat trick. This is utter nonsense. Utter, utter nonsense. This is Fernandez trying a short way out and Edison. Well, that's the kind of thing we're gonna have to do now. Shots from the halfway line. That's what we're gonna have to do now. If you might have even this much of chance of winning, we're gonna have to start scoring from the halfway line. That's what we need now. Yeah. Looks like Kyle Walker's going on the bench now. He looks to be very severely injured. Walker's down. Yeah, he's definitely coming off. Medics coming in, and of course, they're gonna take their bloody time. Just gonna sit back and whine like, oh my god, my foot's in pain. Just get out the pitch then. Are you wasting time, huh? Varane's coming off. Lindelof's coming on. Varane too won't be able to continue. Let's see what new luck Lindelof managed brings. It looks like Sergio Gomez is coming on and Walker's coming off. 40 minutes in, 5 minutes to go. Utter disappointment. It's a lost game. It's no hope. Absolutely no hope now. There's no hope. Walker on, Gomez off, Varane off, Lindelof on. 3-0, 41 minutes into the game. Need I say more? Need I say more to 3-0? Manchester City in empty Etihad against our noisy neighbours. 3-0. Let's see what Lindelof can do now to stop Haaland from getting a hat trick and stop us from losing more goals. Yeah, Ronaldo looks to be very, very disappointed. Pain is absolutely real on their faces. The players look defeated. There's no energy. Like even right now, all of our players. Will Ronaldo be able to turn this around if he ever comes on? Will he be able to change this? Will Ronaldo be able to change this? Kevin De Bruyne making an amazing run. Erling Haaland again. Erling Haaland with the ball edge of the box. Gives it Grealish. Haaland again. And oh my god, it's stopped by Martinez. Lisandro Martinez stops the ball from going into the goal. Manchester City really running right now. It's unexpected. This was unexpected. Absolutely unexpected. Yet at the same time, it was very expected. Manchester United are very prone to bottling big matches. Manchester City, you can just see the difference. They're playing with a smile on their face. And Manchester United, defeated, sour, sad, pain. That's the difference. Anthony with a shot and it's blocked. Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne leading the counter attack. Kevin De Bruyne gives it to Haaland. Haaland, two defenders defending him. Haaland gives it to Foden. Foden with a fourth goal. Are you kidding me? 4-0. 43rd minute. 4. Man, it's raining goals. It's raining goals. It's raining freaking goals. Game over. It's game over. I could end the stream right now. I could do it, and the game wouldn't change. It's the same thing. There's no point in covering this because 4-0, 43rd minute. It's rock bottom. There's no way we can't go lower than this. Cannot go lower than this, can we? I think 43rd minute 4-0. By the end of this match, it could be 6-0. It could be one of our worst defeats against Manchester City. It's terrifying to watch, terrible to watch, horrific to watch. The running riot, unstoppable, completely unstoppable. Invincible. You know, the old issues that we had with Manchester United all the way back in 2018, 2019. Sir Alex Ferguson sitting there. Face stone. Sir Alex Ferguson. Sir Alex Ferguson. Oh my God! For 26 years, he managed our team, and now he's saying this 4-0 at the 45th minute. How much worse could it get? That's the main question. We're gonna lose, definitely. Sachi with the ball, edge of the box, and of course, Kylie Walker gets it again. Again, again, and again, again, and again. Akenji taken out. Diogo Dallo. People are leaving stadium. The 45th minute, they're leaving. And this is a flashback to Brentford. Like it's like deja vu to Brentford. Ericsson, Anthony, Fernandez swinging it across. Oh, Edison's got it. Malasia, Ericsson. I don't know what I was thinking when I was coming into this match. Maybe I expected United to do something. Manchester United fans are leaving. They're beginning to exit the stadium. The away end is emptying. It's 4-0 in the 46th minute. Our fans are leaving. Please, die hard fans. We are known for our fans' passion for our team. We're not like Man City's fake plastic fans, glory hunters. No, they're leaving the stadium. How worse can this get? How much bad can this get? A minute left. Reference in Man United. And it's over. It's half time. 4-0 Manchester City, Manchester United, the Manchester Derby, completely one side. Phil Foden and Erling Haaland with 2 goals each. All smiles for the Blues and disappointment in the red half of Manchester. Well, Eric Ten Hag has a huge task ahead. To lose, that is inevitable. We are going to lose. The only thing that we have left is to try to make sure this doesn't turn into a worse humiliation. It's an absolute nightmare for Manchester United. Absolute nightmare. City lead 4-0. We've had 43 matches that are started for Manchester City have been absolutely blistering. 2 goals from Phil Foden, 2 goals from Haaland. Our defense in crumbles. And coming up now will be the player ratings of Manchester United and Manchester City. For Manchester United, we start with David De Gea. David De Gea, he's easily gonna get just five. There's times where you could say that the goals were inevitable; they were going to happen, no matter how much he tried. Even if you put the world's best keepers in there, you put Buffon, you put Neuer, you put Van der Sar, you put Schmeichel, you could put whatever you want. Some goals were inevitable. So, but there were a couple of goals, the other 2 goals by Haaland and Foden, where you could have tried. You could have tried, but he didn't move a muscle. Had he tried, he would have probably gotten better. But thing is, he didn't even move. He didn't even move a muscle. He just stood there, standing still as if someone froze him. Frozen in fear, as the term is. Next, we move on to Tyrone Malacia. Malacia, he's been very nervous, as you can obviously expect, because it's his first Manchester derby. But my oh my, he's been so nervous. He's barely managed to put any of his quality that you would expect from him, considering the recent past few weeks of his performance. But Malasia is grumbling under the nervousness. I mean, it's his first match to Derby, and the expectations are so high, he's unable to deal with it by the looks of it. I'll give him six. Lissandro Martinez. Now, this, if our team had one of the best players, if our team had a managed match, I would say Martinez. Martinez has easily been the best player of our team so far. Easily. At 8 to Lisandro Martinez because he's blocked several goals from the goal line. He's taken on defenders. He's taken on Haaland. He's managed to stop all of them. Next, we move on to Rafael Varane. He had to move. He had to go back to the bench at the 39th minute. But so far, he was very quiet. Like he was calm and composed when he had the ball. But all in all, we could say that Rafael Varane wasn't exactly at his best. Yeah. Next, we move on to Diego Dallo. Diego Dallo, how do I say this? Diego Dallo was, there are no words to describe this. He has been so terrible. I mean, if you look at it, Diego Dallo in the past few weeks, in the past few matches of ours, whether it's against Sheriff, whether it's against Sociedad, whether it's against Arsenal, whether it's against Leicester, Southampton, Liverpool, Diego Dallo has been absolutely amazing. But today he's just turned it off. It's like all the talent that he had, he just switched the button off. All of his talent, all of his potential, all of his charisma, his inspiration, his nervousness, it's all gone. All of his confidence on the ball, it's disappeared. It's absolutely disappeared. There's not a hint of the Diego Dallo that we saw 2 matches ago, 3 matches ago versus Liverpool. No, there's not a hint of that Diego Dallo. Today we're seeing some half-eaten, half-sleepy on the ball, as just like he was last season. That's the kind of Diego Dallo we're seeing. Next, we move on to Christian Eriksen. Christian Eriksen, now, usually you would say that he is the life of our team. He is the life of our team. He and Fernandes are the hub of our football. They distribute the ball to each and every player. Yet, from the looks of it, Christian Eriksen, he too has been only been mediocre. Sure, he's swung in a couple of good balls, and you would say, according to the team standard, he's been one of the better players today. But all in all, he hasn't been that good at all. I give him a 7. Next, we move on to Scott McTominay. Scott McTominay, he has also been, just like I said, average. Whenever he gets the ball, he's been quite vocal. Like, when he has the ball, he passes it, he defends it, he takes the ball as if it's his own. So McTominay has been good today, but we still haven't seen the McTominay that we saw in the 2020 season when he scored 7 goals in a brace against Leeds and a brace against Arsenal. No, we haven't seen that Scott McTominay so far. I'll also give him just about a 7. Next, you want to Jadon Sancho. Now, Sancho, he has been good. Sancho has been good, just like he was in the previous derby last season. Jadon Sancho, it's like, because he used to be in Manchester City, he understands their football. And he has managed to find a weak link in it because whenever he gets the ball, coincidentally, it's one of the only times where we attack. So it's not that much of a coincidence. Jadon Sancho is one of the life and heart of our team as of now. I'd give him a 9. Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes was originally given the number 10 position, the just behind the striker, like the Messi position, number 10 position. Yeah, he hasn't stuck to it. He's been leaning more towards the right hand side, more towards the right wing, more towards Anthony. So that's leave a big hole in our midfield. For example, just imagine a field and imagine us in a 4-2-3-1 formation. The number 10 position is pivotal because our team is making a V, right? They're making a V-shaped formation, and Fernandez is in the middle. He is the link that needs to connect the back to the front. He is that link right in the middle of the V. And he is surface turning into the V. So there's no one in the middle to supply the ball to each other. You have a huge gap. There's nothing in the middle. Everyone's at the wings, no one in the middle. Because Fernandez himself is leaning into the right wing, leaning into the left wing. He's not staying into his position. I'd give him a 6. Next, we head up to Marcus Rashford. When you think of a striker, the job is to supply to when you get the ball. Immediately when you get the ball, you shoot it, you dribble with it. Most max to max, you do an assist. Rashford hasn't been able to do that because he's barely getting the ball. He has to drop all the way down to our half to get the ball. Scott McTominay has been the only one who's actually supplied a few balls to Marcus Rashford. I noticed that a lot. I'd written that down. Scott McTominay has been the only one who's actually managed to pass the ball, to supply the ball to Marcus Rashford. And Marcus Rashford, I mean, if you're a striker who doesn't get the ball, who barely gets a few seconds of the ball to manage to shoot or pass or assist, of course you have to drop down, you have to dig deep. That's what he's been doing. Our number nine, the person who's supposed to stay up front, is coming down to get the ball because our midfield isn't strong enough to supply the ball to him. So whenever we do a counter attack, Marcus Rashford, the person who's supposed to be ahead to receive our balls, is already in the back. Okay, the point of a striker is if we ever do a counter attack, we know that somewhere in the second half, Rashford is there. But if Rashford himself is having to come into our half and we have a counter attack, he's already in our half. There's no one up there, there's no one in their half. Then who do we pass it to? No one. We take the ball with us, and that slows the counter attack. It decreases the effect. Marcus Rashford, it's not his fault that he isn't getting the ball, but in the moments that he has gotten the ball, he hasn't really made that much of a difference. He had a few major chances, but he squandered them, he bottled them. I give him a 7. All in all, our team's performance has been lackluster. It's been absolutely horrible. I thought Eric Ten Hag would bring some change. He has brought some change, but this is one of our main games against the big teams. Liverpool, I wouldn't call them a big team as of now. No, like seriously, I'm not going to call them a big team with the recent performances. Okay, they're number 9. No, Liverpool, I wouldn't call them a big team. Recently, this is our first big match of this season. There's no hope for us. It's the first big match, and you know it's 4-0 at the halftime. And there's no chance for us to win. There's no chance for him. Pep Guardiola, mastermind, tactical genius, has found out a way to outsmart us. Phil Foden, 2 goals. Erling Haaland, 2 goals. What next? What are we going to see next? You know, no player has ever scored three successive consecutive hat tricks in the Premier League, and Haaland has scored two, and this might just be his third. His third consecutive home hat trick, like at his home stadium, could be a successive one, the consecutive one. Let's see what the second half awaits us. So far, from what I've seen, my prediction is 6-0. 6-0 is what it looks to me. I think there are going to be some substitutions, in my opinion. My opinion states that I do believe that he's going to come off. What do you call it? Rashford's going to come off for Ronaldo. We need someone inspirational right now. Ronaldo looks to be the main figure. We might even bring on the likes of Luke Shaw for Malaysia because despite Luke Shaw not being that good today, Malaysia has crumbled under the pressure. No offense to him. I mean, of course, I get it. It's his first Manchester derby. But at the same time, Darren Malaysia has crumbled under the pressure. He's so nervous that he's just giving the ball away. So it looks to me that Luke Shaw is going to get the ball. That Luke Shaw is going to come in now. Yeah. Okay, so let's look at the stats. Erling Haaland has scored in 8 games, 13 goals and 2 assists. Now that's utter domination. Jack Grealish, he has 83% pass accuracy, 5 to 6 ground duels won, 3 key passes, two dribbles completed, one long ball completed. Dallo got an early booking, and when you have an early booking in such an amazing, in such a large scale game, the Manchester Derby, it's a famous game. You have millions of people watching. So in such a position, when you have an early booking, of course you got to be safe, right? If you already got a yellow card, you need to be safe. You don't get the red card. So this time, because Dallo has like play his passes well, play his tackles well, be a bit more conservative, be more cautious. Jack Grealish has taken advantage of that. He knows that Diego Dallo won't be able to play uncontrollably. Without control, he won't be able to tackle. Without control, he won't be able to do slide tackles or tackles. He'll be very cautious. Taylor will have to be very cautious. So Jack Grealish has taken advantage of that. He's taken total advantage of that. Last season's Golden Boot was shared between Salah and Heung-min Song. That's pretty like common knowledge. 23 goals. 23 goals. Okay, that's what they scored. Erling Haaland has already scored 13 in the first eight Premier League games. Mark my words, Erling Haaland is going to get above 40 goals this season. Above 40. He scored 13 and 8. 8 Premier League games. We have 32 Premier League games. Just do the maths. 13 into 4. 13 into 4 is 52. So at the rate that he's going at, he's going to score 52 goals. But I'm going to give him the benefit of advantage, and I'd say that, and let's just say he gets a few gaps, he's probably going to score above 40 goals. That's for sure. That's certain. Going into this game, it felt like there's a spark of hope that perhaps De Gea will be able to manage to make something, that he managed to create something, he managed to change something. But looking at the game now, Pep Guardiola has clearly won. He's this tactical battle that's going on. Pep Guardiola has clearly won it. He's more experienced. He has more knowledge of the ball, and his what do you call it? His mentality, his tactics of possession, just playing with whole possession. It's unstoppable. No one has managed to find out a cure to beat. No one has managed to find out a vaccination, a cure, something against Pep Guardiola, something to defeat him, to beat him. No one has found out anything. No one has found out anything to defeat Pep Guardiola and his tactics. He did this last season. He did this the season before that. And he did this the season before that. His tactics are clear, his tactics are clear, what he wants to do, how he's going to do it. We know he's going to use possession all the time. We know he's going to keep possession with him. And we get so desperate, we'll come for the ball. And then is the moment when they see that our defense is stretched, that our players are out of position. That is the moment they'll attack. We know what he's going to do, yet no one has still managed to find a way. How do we stop him? And if we want to see improvement in the team, we need to change the play style. If we keep on doing this counter attack nonsense, I don't see any improvement. Under Ralf Ragnick, under Eric Ten Hag, under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, we still had this same counter attacking personality. What is this stubbornness all about? Doesn't he realize that we can get trashed? I just don't get it. Game is over. There's no way we're coming back from this. No way we're coming back from this. It's utter humiliation. We just make sure that we don't let in any more goals. That's all the next 45 minutes are about. We scored our big time, big time. There's, there's nothing we can do. Firstly, I think that if we bring on Ronaldo, To a certain extent, we might manage to salvage a goal like 4-1, 5-1, max. I think we'll be able to salvage a goal if we bring on like Casemiro or anyone. But honestly, it's like someone's putting on an ultimatum: play Casemiro, play McTominay, or you won't be the manager. Because no matter what happens, no matter how bad a performance McTominay makes, you still manage to play him all the time. I feel like we've had to be critical for Eric Ten Hag because the mistakes that he's made, they're clear. He's made mistakes, yes, but he is a good manager, and it's not his fault. To me, it looks like he had some personal tactics, but the players they just crumbled. Tyrell Malacia crumbled. Diego Dallo crumbled. Varane had to come off. McTominay horrible. Rashford barely getting the ball. Bruno Fernandes always bad. So I wouldn't exactly blame Erik Ten Hag. I mean, sure, he chose the players, but all in all, Malaysia, I think he's the biggest weak point of our team. Tyron Malaysia. Firstly, to all those saying on Twitter, as I can see right now, they say Casemiro. We should have played Casemiro, but at the same time, I personally believe that if we had played Casemiro, it wouldn't exactly have made a difference. What happened would have happened. Those players should be performing better. They have performed better in the past. Looks like it's a flashback. It's deja vu to 2020. The biggest problem with Man United is that there's a centre back problem. Like Akanji, Akanji, the Manchester City defender. He just ran all the way through our midfield. A defender, Akanji, he went all the way through our defense, splitting apart our midfield. A defender went through our entire midfield all the way to our box and then put it across. A defender, a centre back, went from his half into our half, near our D, and sent across. And no one's been able to stop it. No one, absolutely no one. Their defender has been able to do that. And our finest attackers haven't been able to penetrate their defense. They're invincible. Haaland's hat trick is incoming. It's inevitable. You know, 2009, Manchester City would turn into an oil club. 13 years later, we're losing them 4-0. Times have changed. City are a team of players that if they don't get sold, that if they play bad, the manager sells them. In United, no, it's not like that. They play bad, we barely sell them. The latest person we ever sold was, I believe, Daniel James. Daniel James last season. So what? Maguire, it's been absolutely horrible. Fred, he's been absolute shit. Like not just them, no, not just them. Let's look at the others as well. We have the likes of Luke Shaw. He's been absolutely horrible. Our players, no matter how bad they play, we still keep them on. Marcus Rashford, he's been horrible. Like I mentioned, Harry Maguire, Marcus Rashford, Donny Van de Beek, Fred, McTominay, Phil Jones. I don't know why we were keeping Phil Jones. Phil Jones, Juan Bissaka. He's not even in the team. He's not even in the playing 11, nor is he in the substitutes. Juan Bissaka, Luke Shaw, Brandon Williams, Zabe. What are we keeping these people for? What is the reason we're keeping them when we're not going to play them? And when we play them, they play as if they're sleeping. They're barely moving. Donny van de Beek, he's the most useless purchase I've ever seen. Alex Tuanzebe, he has Axel Tuanzebe, he had so much potential. Shipped off to Aston Villa on loan. Phil Jones, just I don't even know what we're doing with Phil Jones. Even an MLS team won't accept him now. Not even China or any other team will accept him now. Harry Maguire. I don't even want to say a word about Harry Maguire. That's the difference between our team and other teams. They play a class part because they have a way that if anyone plays badly, we sell them. They have this way to bring out gems. How can we bring out our own gems from the academy when the playing 11 is filled with the likes of Harry Maguire, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Luke Shaw, Phil Jones, Shola Sholatire, not Shola Sholatire, Axel Twin Savior. We're giving them chances when we have the likes of Zirin Iqbal, we have Ted Mengi, we have so much potential in our academy. We're not finding a way. We're not finding a way to filter them with better players. The match has started now. And my prediction was looks like Luke Shaw has come on and Tara Malaysia has come off. Finally, a few pieces of wisdom from our manager. I do believe that Manchester City will play more attacking now. Now that the victory is guaranteed, they'll be looking to score as many goals as they want and crumble any tiny little confidence that we still have remaining. Manchester City have now scored more than 3 goals in their past 8 home games. More than three in 8 home games. They're a class apart from us. They're an entire league above us. There's no comparison between their team and ours. Looks like Anthony and Sancho have changed their spots as well. Ronaldo still has to come on. I don't know what Ten Hag's waiting for. Ronaldo is what we need right now. We need to hope for a miracle that we at least manage to score a couple of goals. 4-2. 4-2 doesn't sound as bad as 4-0, 5-0, 6-0. This could turn into 6-0 easily. Easily. Again, Walker, go defender, going past the midfield. He's still in attacking position. Grealish in the box. Foden swings it across, and it's stopped by Alessandro Martinez. First corner of the second half. Haaland taking up the same position from which he scored. It looks like he has a fixed position that I'm going to start from here. I'm going to run all the way, and this is the spot where I'm going to stop him. Where I'm going to score the goal. Haaland with the ball gives it to Foden. Sancho leading the counter attack. Jadon Sancho. Sancho, and he's taken apart by 3 defenders of Manchester City. Fernandez, Diego Dallo, Victor Lindelof, Martinez, Christian Eriksen. Eriksen with the ball. Rashford dropping in deep. McTominay. Shaw with the ball. Shaw. Christian Eriksen. Rashford. Rashford's given it to Haaland. Haaland in our half. 3 defenders at the back. Kevin De Bruyne. Haaland runs for the ball. And Martinez gets there first. Terrible ball from Kevin De Bruyne. Martinez. Lindelof. All our players are being tactically covered in such a nice way by Manchester City that we can't pass to any player without them intercepting. Rashford with the ball. Rashford, attention to the box. Takes on a Kenji. Shaw. Ericsson. Ericsson gives the ball to Sancho. Dallo. Anthony. Dallo again, just looking for the break hole in the dam, looking for where to put the shot, and it's blocked. Gundogan, Kevin De Bruyne, Haaland gives it to De Bruyne. De Bruyne and Haaland have an amazing chemistry. Gundogan, Fernando Silva, Bernardo Silva, Silva still with the ball. Gundogan. So far, Manchester City not really felt the need for the likes of Ruben Diaz. And to be honest, from the way it looks, this might be like the best 11 Manchester City can afford right now. And despite them not putting in the full best, you can clearly see that Manchester City, even with like 70-80% of their full power, still managed to win 4-0, winning. Looks like Ronaldo's warming up. De Gea, Martinez. High pressure by Manchester City right now. They know we crumble under pressure. David De Gea, Diogo Dallo, Lindelof, Victor Lindelof, Rashford, no, Sancho with the ball, Ericsson swings in a ball for Anthony with an amazing toss. Anthony. Anthony puts in a shot and it's a goal from out of the box. Anthony, we get one back. Take that, Man City. Take that. Yes. Anthony's second Premier League appearance and his second goal. Absolute beauty of a goal. Holy shit, that looks marvelous. From out of the box, absolutely wondrous goal, magical goal. 4-1. We've got one back. Could there be a chance for a comeback? Could there be one? Wow. Well done, Anthony. That was absolutely amazing. Brilliant. Bernardo Silva at the edge of the box. Jadon Sancho leading the counter attack. Jadon Sancho going through the defenders. Fernandez. Fernandez always looks for the $1 million pass. Probably stops the ball, looks around, pauses the play, and that's kind of bad for a counter attack because you're taking the ball, you're looking around, who do I pass it to? Who's the $1 million pass? When you can just do a simple pass to Jadon Sancho and who is like in an attacking position. Fernandez always looks for the $1 million pass. Bernardo Silva, Sergio Gomez, Akiji. The crowd are loving this, Manchester City. They're absolutely loving this. First 11, this waited 13 years to show their dominance. Foul by Shaw. Looks to be a yellow card, but I think he's stopped. Erling Haaland, oh! Nearly got his hat trick there, nearly got his hat trick there. Out of the blue, this amazing pass from Kevin De Bruyne. Just out of the blue, in 2 seconds, he's managed to take it from their half into our box. And Erling Haaland just nearly got his hat trick, long awaited hat trick. Erling Haaland is a class apart, 13 goals, 8 matches, 2 assists. De Bruyne, Foden swings it in. Haaland gets a hat trick. Haaland gets his hat trick and he breaks another record yet again. Erling Haaland, three consecutive hat tricks in Etihad. They've destroyed us. They've destroyed us. They've destroyed us. They've destroyed all the confidence we had, all the certainty we had, all the belief and the will we had that perhaps we could just manage to finish in the top four. Perhaps we could manage to compete against the likes of these teams. Clearly, no. Clearly, no. There's no comparing between them and us. There's no comparison between them and us. It's, it's absolutely. I mean, Messi, Ronaldo, they're aging. Oh, yes. Yes, it looks like it's going to be offside. It seems to be offside, but no, it's onside. It's an onside. It's onside. It's onside. It's onside. It's onside. It's 5-1 to Manchester City. Just as Anthony scored, and just as we thought that perhaps there might be a tiny bit of hope for us to score, for us to win, for us to draw, for us to actually make it 4-2, 4-3, make it decent. Just as we thought that, Erling Haaland came in with big guns. He's like, oh yeah? You think that might happen? Brrr. And a goal. 5-1. No hope again. Sure. Martial goes down. Lissandro Martinez gives it to Anthony. Anthony. Fernandez in each of the box. Gives it a ball for Lissandro Martinez. Sancho. But Sancho wasn't able to control the ball and he was offside. Crowd. They doing some Manchester City celebration. Like putting hands around each other. It's not jumping. It's like the signature move for Etihad. Can't believe what I'm seeing. It's phenomenal. It's Erling Haaland. You know, when City signed Haaland, the what do you call it? The expectations that they had about him, I'm pretty sure he's surpassing even the highest and most loftiest of the expectations held. And it's not like they're going off right now. Still got a quarter of the game left. Phil Foden still get a hat trick again. Looks like preparing to make another change. Fred is warming up. I believe McTominay might be the one going off. Bruno Fernandez with the ball. Sends it a long ball for Anthony. Anthony, could he score a second goal? Could he score a second goal? Anthony into the box. Gives the ball for Rashford. Rashford with the ball. Ow! It's taken away and it's outside. Fred is coming on. And he will replace Jadon Sancho. Fernandez sends it the ball for Luke Shaw. It's taken away and looks to be our first corner of the match. It's the first corner for Manchester United. Let's see what they manage to do with it. Let's see what Fred will be able to do now. It's a kind of an unwise decision, you know. Jadon Sancho is quite an asset to our team. He scored in the last derby as well, and he's been pretty good today. Better than usual, better than most of our players. Fred. Yet 70th minute and Ronaldo still not brought on. Ten Hag's has very hesitant to bring on Ronaldo, and I'm not sure whether that's a good thing or bad thing. Because in such a situation, Ronaldo might be able to have the slightest bit of effect, and as we all know, the smallest of pebble can create the largest of an avalanche. Consistently inconsistent. Absolutely inconsistent. Consistently inconsistent. I like that. 'Cause that's what describes us. Anthony he could have scored the second one. That's the sort of opportunity that he missed. And that's the sort of opportunity that Ronaldo might be able to do anything. Ronaldo really looks angry. Like, not even attempting to hide his anger. He scored 699 league goals in his career. Will Ronaldo get the opportunity to score his 700th goal today? 700th league goal. You know, season's like 7 games. We're 7 games into the season now. And if we lose this, we'll still be in sixth position. But at the same time, we have to see we lost 4-0 to Brentford, 2-0, 2-1 to Brighton, and now we're losing 4-0, 5-1 to Manchester City, and we're probably going to get another goal. This could end up being 6-1. Anthony. Anthony swings in a cross, and it's blocked by the sea of blue shirts. Kevin De Bruyne moving past Fred, outsmarts him. Jack Grealish, one-on-one with Lindelof. Jack Grealish, Haaland, Haaland, Haaland. Foden offside, Foden, and he scores a hat trick. But it's offside, thank God. It's not! It's a goal! Hat trick for Haaland. Hat trick for Foden. 6-1, it's a repeat of 2011 all over again. Before today, there had only been one Manchester Derby Premier League hat trick. And today we have two. 6-1. And like 2011, there's not even a red card. In 2011, we had a red card. That's an unfair one. Nothing today. No such nonsense today. Spent over a million. So you spent over £1 billion, and it's still 6-1. And it looks like Kevin De Bruyne might have taken the ball out of play. But it's still a goal. No, the goal stands. Hat trick for Haaland. Hat trick for Phil Foden. Man United in tatters. This is quite quite. This is the worst moment, worst experience I've ever had since I've started watching football all the way back in 2012. Not 5-0 Liverpool, not 4-0 Brentford, but 6-1 to City. Our rivals, our enemies. Blue side of Manchester are living the dream today. Looks like Riyad Mahrez coming on. Laporte from Barcelona. De Bruyne and Foden are coming off. Incoming, we have Alvarez and Mahrez. 6-1. Like Manchester United against or some, very like relegation side, like I'd say Newcastle or Sunderland or any league side or in the first few FA Cup matches. Towards the end, we would bring on our youth like Zidane Iqbal or the people who aren't that good but need match time like Van de Beek or Odion Igalo. We'd bring or Shola Sholatiri, Amad Diallo. We'd bring on players like that against teams where they're bad teams. We know there's no chance for them to win. Manchester City are bringing on their youth, people unexperienced, into the Manchester Derby at the 75th minute because they know they're going to win. We're playing against 20-year-olds, 19-year-olds. We're playing against them. We're playing against youth. That's academy graduates. Because that's us now. Compared to them, that's us. And this gives me flashbacks to Balotelli's Why Always Me, In 6-1 in 2011, Balotelli, very famous player, very controversial player as well. He took off his shirt and showed some kind of like vest with the words "Why always me." It was like Haaland should have done that. It would have been a very famous, memory. This is the only this is second time in history, second time in Premier League history that two players have scored hat tricks in the same match or the same side in the history of the Premier League in all its years. Alvarez cut out by Casemiro. Ronaldo still no signs of coming on. And I wouldn't blame Ronaldo if he leaves Manchester United. It's really no, like even if I were not, I also wouldn't want to stay in Manchester United because personally, he should have played today. In the moments where they actually matter, in big moments like these, in big matches like these, Liverpool, Arsenal, City, in matches like these, we're not signing him, we're not bringing him on, not even as a substitute. It's the 77th minute and we still haven't brought on Ronaldo. So it's clear he has no place in our important squad. It's very disappointing. In our recent beatings against Liverpool, against Arsenal, coming into this game, we felt there was a bit of hope that maybe we could do something. The old things, the old faults have come up again, they've resurfaced. City are in a league of their own. Even Arsenal. We could defeat Arsenal, but City 6-1. Eric Ten Hag standing alone in the sea of blue. Isolated figure right now. I wonder what he'll say today in the press conference. Of course, it's not justifying the fact that it is his fault, but to some extent, I would say the players, they could have played better. In the first half, the four goals that got in, at least two of them were Tyler Malasia's fault. Some of them were McTominay's fault. Some of them were that guy, Dalo's fault. Dalo's fault. The players could have been better. The players could have been better. But at the same time, Eric Ten Hag could have chosen a better team. I honestly feel that the fact that he still hasn't brought on, he should have brought on Ronaldo at halftime. That's what I feel. Bruno Fernandez gets a yellow card because he lets his frustration loose, and it seems as if he's let loose a couple of censored words to the referee. Frustrations running wild, harsh challenges on Haaland. Haaland looks invincible. He got a horrible challenge right from the back, and he just stood up and ran all the way into our half, into our D. Alvarez at the edge of the box. Gundogan, Bernardo Silva, Sergio Gomez, Phil Foden with the ball. Gundogan, Bernardo Silva, and Anthony takes the ball. Anthony doing our defending. See, that's what it comes down to. That's what it comes down to. That Anthony is having to do our defending. All the things that we said in the past few weeks with the few victories, it all come down to shit. This absolute shit, absolute crap, absolute lies, absolute lies. 6 years, not a single trophy. 6 years. What has our team come to? With this performance, I kind of find it hard to believe we even managed to make it to the Europa League final. I was like, I don't want to say it, but I was kind of pleased that we're in the Europa League because despite the fact that we won't see Champions League football, and of course that's a huge setback, but at the same time, the fact that we're in the Europa League means that we might be able to win it because it's much more easy than the Champions League. But my oh my, after seeing this performance, I have sincere doubts. The game's done. They're literally just passing the ball around. They're not even trying to attack. The game's done. They're just wasting time, waiting for it to be over. As much as I hate to say it, to me it seems like the city, Manchester is actually the blue city now. It has been for the past decade. That's the truth. That's the sad truth. since the minute that Sir Alex Ferguson retired, Manchester has been blue. Christian Eriksen, Luke Shaw, Luke Shaw. Kobe managed to get a goal. 60 was much better than 6-1. Fred with the ball. Fred. And it's a goal, Anthony. Martial. 6-2. See, now 6-2 is a lot better than 6-1. Not much to celebrate today. Not many fans celebrating, but 6-2 is better than 6-1. You can say that 6-2 is better than 6-1. Anthony Martial. Fred puts in a shot. Fred puts in a shot, and Edison blocks the shot, but leaves the goal open. And Anthony Martial, at the right place at the right time, pushes the ball in with his head. It's goal fest today, 6-2, 8 goals in one match. Now, that's not something you see very often. That's not something you see very often. But still, 6-2. It's not something we should be overly proud of. I mean, 6-2. Oh God, they're going in for another goal. Alvarez! Oh, that could have been 7-2. That could have been 7-2 right there had it not been for the mistake of Sergio Alvarez. And Victor Lindelof with an amazing slide tackle. But could have easily been 7-2. Still have time, 6 minutes, along with added time. And they can make it another goal or two. Never trust City. Especially with the quality of players they have. I mean, let's be honest. The fact that they have the likes of, so let's look at the team. We have Kevin De Bruyne, Gundogan, Bernardo Silva, starstruck, embedded with gems. That's like one of the best midfields I've seen in the Premier League for a long time. Then we have Phil Foden, Erling Haaland, and Grealish. Now, Grealish, I wouldn't exactly say he's amazing, but Phil Foden and Haaland, they've been amazing today. And they have been amazing for a long, long time. They're very consistent. And that's something you don't see in United. Consistency. It's very unique. Anthony. Anthony in the box. Anthony, will he take the shot? Will he take the shot? Ah, it's a horrible shot. And he was forced to take the shot. It's like he didn't want to waste the chance, so he took the shot. But the shot wasn't good anyway. He knew it wasn't going to be a goal. He knew it was going to be a goal. He was dejected. But he just took the shot because he had no other option. Ericsson. Casemiro. I don't even know what that was. Was that a cross or a shot? It was from the halfway line. He tried to put it in the goal. I don't know. I don't know what to do, but 6-2. 6-2. Hat trick for Haaland, hat trick for Foden. Personally, I feel like Erling Haaland would get them out of the match. Because he got an assist as well, right? I can't believe just about a season ago we were comparing the likes of Fernandes and De Bruyne. Now it's like comparing an ant with a man, ant with an elephant. Because that's what Kevin De Bruyne has been today. He's been full of talent, full of passings. He's been the hub of their football, the hub of Manchester City. And while Fernandes What was the most important thing he did today? Let me think. Let me think. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. He argued with the referee and got us a yellow card. That's the most important contribution he had today. It's a very important contribution, very important contribution. Kudos to him. Edison. Edison clears the ball away. Cancelo. Mares. Cancelo. They're looking for another goal now. They're hungry. They want another goal before the match ends. Fred. Casemiro does a long shot. Edison gets it. Anthony with the rebound ball. He gets the ball. Anthony. And that's a nice, again blocked by Kiji. Casemiro really does like to do long shots. I've noticed that about him recently. It's very hard for Ten Hag to take out positives from this match when you concede six on Derby Day. It looks like a penalty. Late drama in this match. Could it be 6-3? Could it be 6-3? It's a penalty. Fernandez. I believe Fernandez is going to take it. And Fernandez, please don't miss it. Fernandez hasn't scored a penalty in a long, long time. And that's one of the reasons of his confidence. But will Fernandez take it? It looks like Martial's going to take it. Anthony Martial. What's going on? I thought Fernandez was the penalty specialist, with this little jump and a kick, that kind of thing. Anthony Martial taking the penalty. Anthony Martial. Will it be 6-3? Anthony Martial. Anthony scores 6-3. Brace for Anthony Martial. And could there be something out from this? Could there be something? We still have 4 minutes to go. We still have 4 to 5 minutes to go, including added time. Could there be something from this? Manchester United. It's a sinking ship, but they are trying their best to live as long as they can. 2 minutes of added time. So we have 2 minutes, and the score is 6-3. 6 to Manchester United, and 3 for Man United. It's the first penalty Manchester United have scored this season. To think that in 2020 season we were called the penalty merchants because we had so many penalties, and of course Fernandes being the penalty specialist. But recently now the penalty count has lessened. But Diego Dallo leading an attack gives it to Bruno Fernandes. Fernandes long way out, and I don't even know what he's trying to do. It looks like a cross towards Fred, but it's too powerful. Extremely powerful. Yeah, one could say, and the match is over. 6-3 to Manchester City. No matter how many goals you could score, you can make it 6-5 for all you want. But the fact is, Manchester City 6, Manchester United 3, hat trick for Haaland, Hat trick for Foden. The standards increase, the expectations increase. Disappointment for United, disappointment for City, disappointment for United, glory for City. Man, Haaland and Foden going home with the match ball. Man United players going home with disappointment. Special day for City. Hell for United. Magic from Pep. And disappointment from Den Haag. This is Manchester City's day, Manchester City's year, Manchester City's decade. After decades of domination from Manchester United, Man City seal their superiority for this decade and for many more to come, once and for all. Bats in the drawing room for Erik ten Hag, Manchester City 6, Manchester United 3. And today, tonight, as much as I hate to say it, Manchester will be blue. That's all I've got for today. Glory, glory, Man United.